Okay, hopefully in this video my audio is being captured. In the last Mango language video, my audio was not captured, so hopefully this time it works. So I'm jumping into lesson 2 of this chapter, where I'll be going over salutations and small talk, conversational goals, express gratitude, greet people, make small talk with strangers, and say goodbye. Grammar goals, be introduced to prepositions, recognize noun and adjective gender agreement, recognize noun and adjective word order, and recognize possessive suffixes. Suffixes.
To say, nice to meet you, I'm Rachel, you would say, נעים מאוד, אני רחל, which literally means, very pleasant, I'm Rachel. To say, nice to meet you, I'm Rachel, you would say, נעים מאוד, אני רחל, which literally means, very pleasant, I'm Rachel. Now let's learn pleasant. נעים,
Na'im. Na'im.
nice. Now practice saying pleasant.
Na'im.
נעים.
Na'im.
Now let's learn very. Ready? מאוד.
Me'od.
Let's hear it again. מאוד. Let's hear you say very.
Me'od.
מאוד. How would you say nice to meet you? Literally, you're saying very pleasant.
Na'im me'od.
נעים מאוד.
Na'im me'od.
Did you notice that in the phrase
נעים מאוד,
meaning nice to meet you, the word
מאוד,
very comes second?
מאוד,
Can come before or after the thing it describes. For example, you can say very interesting or interesting very. This is how you say I.
אני,
Let's see if you can say I.
Ani.
Remember this? Say nice to meet you.
Na'im me'od.
נעים מאוד,
Let's see if you can say I.
Ani.
אני,
Let's learn how to say Rachel.
רחל,
Rachel.
Let's learn how to say Rachel.
רחל.
Rachel.
Based on what you've already learned, can you figure out how to say I am Rachel? Literally, you're saying I Rachel.
Ani. Rachel.
אני רחל.
Hebrew does not require the use of am, is, or are. In due time, you will find that Hebrew can be, at times, more simple than English. Nice. Now practice saying pleasant.
Na'im.
נעים,
Let's hear you say very.
Me'od.
מאוד,
Here's a challenge. Try to say, nice to meet you, I'm Rachel. Or the literal translation, very pleasant, I'm Rachel.
Na'im me'od. Ani. Rachel.
נעים מאוד, אני רחל.
So far, so good. Can you figure out how to say, I'm Yossi, nice to meet you?
Ani Yossi. Na'im me'od. Me'od.
אני יוסי, נעים מאוד.
Listen to the way you would say, man.
איש,
Let's hear that again.
איש,
Ish.
What's the way to say, man?
Ish.
איש,
Using what you've learned, see if you can figure out how to say, a pleasant man.
Ish. Na'im.
איש נעים.
Yes.
Did you remember the word order? In Hebrew,
איש, נעים.
pleasant man is actually man pleasant. This is similar to
בוקר טוב.
literally meaning morning good. Can you figure out how to say, Yossi is a pleasant man, which will literally translate to Yossi man pleasant.
Yossi. Ish. Na'im.
Yossi ish na'im.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to say, I'm Yossi, nice to meet you?
אני יוסי, נעים מאוד.
אני יוסי, נעים מאוד.
Let's hear you say, Yossi is a pleasant man.
יוסי איש נעים.
Yossi ish na'im. Here's how you would say, woman. Isha.
אישה.
Here's how you would say, woman. Isha.
אישה.
Now try and say, woman.
אישה.
Isha. Now, how do you think you would say, a pleasant woman?
אישה נעים.
Isha ne'ima.
Oh. אישה נעימה. Got it.
Did you notice that the word
נעים,
pleasant changes to
נעימה.
when referring to a woman? This is because in Hebrew, almost all words have a gender, masculine or feminine, assigned to them. Creating a feminine adjective is simple. In most cases, all you have to do is add a
Huh.
at the end of the basic masculine form. In addition to gender, words also change their form, depending on whether they are singular or plural. In this course, we will use the singular masculine form as the default form, unless otherwise indicated. Here's how to say the. Ha.
Ha.
Let's hear that again. Ha.
Ha.
How do you say the?
Ha.
Ha. Now, let's learn day. Ready? Yom. Let's hear it again. Yom. Now try and say day.
יום.
Yom. Based on what you've seen so far, how do you think you would say today? Literally, you're saying the day.
היום.
Hayom.
יום,
Day is a masculine noun, and therefore you use the masculine form of pleasant
נעים,
to describe the day. Determining whether a noun is masculine or feminine in Hebrew is not difficult. Generally, if the word ends with
Huh.
or it is feminine. However, there are some exceptions to this rule. Here's a challenge. How do you say, today is pleasant? You are literally saying, the day pleasant.
היום נעים.
Hayom na'im. Do you remember how to say, I'm Yossi, nice to meet you?
אני יוסי, נעים מאוד.
אני יוסי, נעים מאוד.
Let's hear you say, Yossi is a pleasant man.
יוסי איש נעים.
Yossi ish na'im. What's the way to say, today is pleasant?
היום נעים.
Hayom na'im. Now, how do you say, evening?
ערב.
Erev. Based on what you've seen so far, how do you think you would say, this evening? Literally, you're saying, the evening.
הערב.
Ha'erev.
הערב.
What's the way to say, man?
איש.
Ish. Now try and say, woman.
אישה.
Isha.
אישה.
How do you say, the?
Ha.
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 Now try and say, day.
יום.
Yom.